Reza, firstly, sanctions to be reimposed. How might Iran react?
Well, obviously, the Iranian government is under tremendous pressure to respond to these impending U.S. sanctions set to go in effect tomorrow. They don't want to create the impression that they're helpless, that they can't do anything. And that's perhaps why late last night, state media reported that authorities have arrested a number of former central bank officials, including the former vice governor in charge of foreign exchange. Last week, the head of the central bank was arrested by authorities. And tonight, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has announced plans to address the nation in a live televised address, presumably to tell the Iranians what the government plans to do to respond to U.S. sanctions and to stabilize the economy. There are reports that the government is going to lift the ban on the purchase of foreign currency in exchange bureaus. In April, these exchange bureaus were shut down, and many say that was one of the causes of the Iranian currency plummeting in value. Will all these measures be enough? Will President Rouhani be able to ease the worries of Iranians tonight in his televised address? It's not clear. We'll find out in the coming days and weeks.
Indeed, and of course, Reza, we're hearing also that Iran might try and disrupt the transport of oil, notably in the Strait of Hormuz. But as you're saying, a lot of it really the focus on the economy. The end of the sanctions, of course, hurling high hopes for the improvement in Iran's economic affairs. Give us an idea of how these sanctions, if they're reimposed, as they're likely to be in a few hours, will impact daily life for people there.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, we should point out that there are reports of Iran possibly taking drastic measures. But what we're hearing is Iran, at this point, doesn't want to escalate tensions with the U.S. They're focusing on addressing the economy domestically. As far as the people suffering, obviously, they've had a rough time. Sanctions are not yet in effect, and they felt the blow ever since Mr. Trump announced the U.S. withdrawal from the nuclear deal in May. The value of the Iranian currency has plummeted. It's lost about half its value. A combination of scarcity and inflation has caused prices to soar. Everything from real estate, rental property, groceries, electronic goods has almost doubled in price. And what a contrast to 3 years ago when Iranians were so hopeful that this nuclear deal would improve their economy, improve their lives. But at this point, they're facing what many call one of the worst economic crises this country has ever seen. And tonight, they'll be looking at President Rouhani to see if he has any solutions.
OK, well, Reza, we may be calling on you to give us an insight there after the President speaks later on this evening. But for now, thanks indeed for giving us that clear picture of the situation there in Tehran.